Hey everybody, and welcome to this special on Venus transiting in Virgo, which this year is happening from the 2nd of November right up until the 29th of November. So first I'm going to talk about the practical, spiritual, esoteric and astrological meanings of Venus's transit in Virgo. So from a practical viewpoint, this transit of Venus in Virgo encourages us to focus on the details and to be organised and, methodical and thoughtful in our approach to our day-to-day tasks and everything we do. It prompts us to precisely analyse our relationships and finances, and with a view to seek efficiency and to improve them. On a spiritual level, Venus in Virgo invites us to nurture ourselves and others through acts of service and practical kindness. It wants us to pay attention to our physical well-being, ensuring that our bodies and minds are aligned harmoniously. And esoteric levels, Venus in Virgo symbolises a time of self-reflection, inviting us to explore our inner landscapes, our inner world, diving deep into our subconscious minds to uncover hidden desires and emotions. It encourages us to examine our values and beliefs, questioning their validity and making the necessary changes. Astrologically, Venus in Virgo represents a time of heightened sensitivity and discernment. It increases our ability to notice the subtleties in our relationships and surroundings, allowing us to make informed decisions about love, friendship and beauty. This energy encourages us to seek balance in all areas of our life, embracing simplicity and practicality. So now I'm going to talk about the aspects of this year's Venus's transit in Virgo. So Venus is making the sextile square to Jupiter. This is applying. It's a subtle energy. Venus is also making a trine to Uranus. Venus is also making an opposition to Neptune and a trine to Pluto and a quincunx to the North Node. So I'm just going to speak deeper about what that can mean. So as I said, Venus is sextile square to Jupiter, which is applying at a 1.21 degree orb, so really tight, creates a challenging influence that can bring tension and conflicts between, the Venusian Venus qualities of love, beauty and harmony, and Jupiter's expansive energy. It may lead to us overindulging or having unrealistic expectations, but it also brings opportunities for personal growth. It's balanced with moderation. Venus also makes a trine to Uranus. This is separating at a 2.40 degree orb, so not as tight as Venus's sextile square to Jupiter, but it adds to the assignment and us being spontaneous, and encourages us to seek more freedom and individuality in relationships, which can create a willingness to explore new experiences if you are in a relationship with someone else or with them, or even if you are in a relationship you may want to do some things alone without them. This can be a positive influence that breaks away from the routine and injects some excitement into love and personal connections, but just watch out because some people don't like it when things are a bit spontaneous, so just watch out for that. Or you may not enjoy if your partner or friends want to be a bit more spontaneous right now. So Venus's opposition to Neptune, which is a 1 degree orb applying, brings some further challenges. It can blur our boundaries, make us confused and ignore red flags and have unrealistic expectations in relationships. It can lead to idealized ideas of love, and some of us may sacrifice our authentic personal needs for the sake of others, and this can lead to disaster. So it's essential to maintain clarity and discernment during this transit to avoid falling into the trap of illusion or becoming a victim of manipulative dynamics or manipulating others, which is not nice to do. As with all Neptune's influence, there's always a negative that we can run into into escapist behaviours, indulging too much drugs, drinking alcohol and stuff, and excessive hookups and things like that, so just watch out for that. Venus also makes a trine to Pluto, so this brings depth and intensity to Venus in Virgo, allowing us to make profound transformations in our relationships or even our own individual personal values, as it encourages us to explore our desires and power dynamics that can lead to emotional growth and empowerment. But with all Pluto, even though it's a trine, but because we've got that Uranus trine as well, this can also lead to power struggles as well. The best use of this energy is to embrace the transformative energy while making sure that you respect other people's boundaries, and that other people, you state your boundaries, and just make sure respect boundaries. So Venus also makes a quincunx to the North Node at this time as well, so this is another subtle energy like the sextil square to Jupiter Venus is making. So North Node is all about our evolution and our personal growth on the spiritual and emotional psychological levels, and this can create a sense of unease or dissatisfaction in our relationships. It may feel for some of you as if something is missing or not aligning with your true path, and as I said, Venus in Virgo's energy wants us to make adjustments and to let go of the things and carefully evaluate our values and priorities to make the necessary changes and find a harmonious balance between personal desires and collective growth, so finding a balance between those. So now I'm going to talk about the worldly, materialistic, political meaning plus the social impact of Venus in Virgo. So on the materialistic and worldly level, it brings a twist to matters of love and beauty. Venus in Virgo demands unrivaled attention to detail, no nonsense sort of like attitude towards our desires. As I said earlier, it's time to get real and focus on the finer aspects of what truly makes us tick. Venus in Virgo pushes us to prioritise quality over quantity, so we may see sort of like a mass move towards people, not saying mass breaking up, but does people really focusing over those 3 to 4 weeks Venus is in Virgo, whether what they're doing in their lives is really worth investing in, and is it long lasting. People will buy more things that align with their values rather than succumbing to short-lived trends and fashion, as this energy encourages us to take a step back from being extravagant. Remember, Virgo energy is very precise, and so it doesn't want us to overspend. It wants us to focus on accumulating possessions that truly bring value and meaning to our lives rather than wasting money. Politically speaking, Venus in Virgo can influence how we approach diplomacy and negotiations, and we know a lot of crazy things are going on in the world right now. So this witty cosmic combo encourages us to think critically and analyse every move before making a decision. People will be wanting to rely more on practicality and logic rather than just relying on emotions and intuition right now. This energy is all about being sharp, efficient, and getting to the heart of the matter. In terms of social impact, it brings meticulous, nitpicking energy to our relationships and social interactions, so we may become more discerning, not in a judgmental way, but just thinking, is this friendship really worth it? Is this activity really worth it? And also a bit more picky when it comes to choosing our romantic partners, but I talk more about what Venus in Virgo means for hookups and committed relationships later. So the focus will shift from surface level attraction and wasting time to finding activities and friendships and intimate connections with people that align with our values and goals. In terms of the karmic lessons, karma and past life implications of Venus transiting in Virgo, as I said, Venus is the planet of love, romance, beauty, inner values, and all things sweet. So, overindulgent and the pleasure and sensual things of life. And when it cruises through Virgo, it brings a whole new flavour to the table. It encourages us to analyse and get to the heart of the matters and seek a bit more perfection in matters of the heart, and to really discern and think about what truly serves you on the soul level. When Venus transits in Virgo, it can bring increased sense of responsibility and accountability to our love lives. One karmic lesson that can come up for especially those with strong earth energy, or a lot of like sixth house placements in their natal chart, or second house, or even seventh house aspects as well, is the need to find a balance between giving and receiving love. Venus's analytical energy can sometimes lead us to overthink our relationships, causing us to hold back or become overly critical. However, the Venus vibration reminds us that love should flow freely and unconditionally. It pushes us to let go of our fears or insecurities that may be getting in the way of our ability to give and receive love. Another karmic lesson that Venus in Virgo brings is the importance of self-care and self-love. Virgo's practical nature encourages us to focus on our well-being and prioritise our own needs. During this transit, we may be prompted to examine whether we are truly nurturing ourselves and taking care of our own happiness. We're being called to examine our past actions and learn from them. It's like the universe is saying, hey fam, time to drop those old patterns and level up. This transit also has a way of shining a light on any unfinished business from past lives. You know, those unresolved issues that keep popping up, like pesky little ghosts in your life. So, you know, what patterns keep repeating in your love life, in your career, in your educational life, these things keep happening for a reason. So what can you do to get rid of these, you know, ghosts, so to speak? Venus in Virgo is all about healing and growth, so it's the perfect opportunity to address those lingering karmic issues. So yeah, during this transit, pay attention to any recurring patterns or themes in your relationships. As I said, are you attracting the same type or partner or experiences over and over again? Or maybe you find yourself repeating the same mistakes. Take a step back and reflect on what lessons the universe is trying to teach you. In terms of past life implications, Venus in Virgo can indicate a need to resolve past life issues related to relationships and self-worth also. It may make you remember past lives where you struggled with finding a balance in love or valuing yourself. During this cosmic journey, don't be afraid to dig deep within yourself. Self-reflection is key here. Take time to explore your beliefs, values and behaviours regarding love and relationships. Asking yourself things like, what have you carried with you from past lives that may be influencing your current experiences? Are there any negative belief systems or fears that need to be released? Remember, the purpose of this transit is growth and healing, so be open to exploring new perspectives and embracing change. Allow yourself to release any emotional baggage that no longer serves you. This is your opportunity to create healthier patterns and build a solid foundation for future relationships. As you navigate through this Venus in Virgo transit, remember to be gentle with yourself. Getting caught up in self-criticism and judgment is easy, but this is a time for growth, not self-punishment. Take the lessons from your past actions and use them as a stepping sort of like stones towards a brighter future. Look at the recurring patterns in your relationship as guideposts, pointing you towards areas that need your attention and healing. As you dig deep within yourself, don't be afraid to confront any negative belief systems or fears that may be holding you back. The universe is nudging you to release these emotional burdens and make room for healthier thought patterns and behaviours. Now I'm going to talk about how committed relationships and hookup relationships are positively and negatively affected when Venus is in Virgo. So positively, for committed relationships, this can bring a greater focus on practicality and attention to detail. Virgo's influence encourages partners to communicate effectively, analyse issues objectively rather than getting lost in emotion and you said you did this, and keep on bringing up the past and focusing on the now. That's what Virgo wants you to do, and work towards finding equal solution to your problems, and this can lead to a stronger bond and a deeper understanding between all involved in the relationship. For hookup relationships, this can bring a sort of desire for for more meaningful and authentic experiences. So this may push you to seek connections that go beyond the surface level, encouraging you to establish a genuine emotional connection with your partners. It can be a time of self-reflection and exploration where individuals are more inclined to understand their own needs and communicate them openly with their partners. However, it's important to note that this transit also has its share of challenges. In committed relationships, the meticulous nature of Virgo can sometimes breed perfectionism and criticism. Partners may nitpick each other's flaws or become overly focused on minute details, which can lead to unnecessary tension and conflict. Individuals in committed relationships must be aware of this tendency and actively work on maintaining a balance between practicality and emotional support. Similarly, in hookup relationships, the analytical nature of Virgo can lead individuals to overthink their connections and question their compatibility. This may result in a more cautious approach to forming new relationships or a hesitancy to fully invest emotionally. So it's important to remember that while self-reflection is valuable, over-analysing can get in the way of the natural flow of relationships. Ultimately, the impact of Venus in Virgo on committed and hookup relationships is highly individualised. Some individuals may find this transit to be a time of growth and deeper understanding, while others may face challenges related to perfectionism and overthinking. Regardless of the type of relationship, the key is balance, practicality and emotional support, and avoid excessive criticism or over-analysis. By embracing self-reflection and being open communication, you can navigate this transit in a way that promotes meaningful and authentic connections with your partners. So now I'm going to talk about how career, spiritual, personal and educational development are influenced when Venus is transiting in Virgo. So in terms of career development, it can bring our attention to detail and a keen focus on efficiency and being more productive. It can be a period when you can become more organised and meticulous and just being generally more careful. You may find yourself taking on risks that require precision and analytical thinking. This can be beneficial for people that work in accounting, research or any profession that demands critical thinking skills. In terms of spiritual development, it encourages you to seek a deeper connection with your inner self. As I said in the introduction, it can be a time of self-reflection where you explore your beliefs and values and feel more inspired to incorporate spiritual practices into your daily routine, such as mindfulness, meditation, tai chi, yoga, stuff like that. You may find yourself more drawn to engage in acts of service or contribute to the well-being of others, as Virgo is known for its practical and helpful nature. During this transit, Venus's focus on perfection and self-improvement can influence personal development. You may feel motivated to set goals and work diligently towards achieving them. This could involve developing new skills, improving your habits or behaviours, or working on self-care and personal growth. Venus in Virgo can also bring an increased awareness of your physical well-being, prompting you to prioritise health and wellness in your daily lives. In terms of educational development, the transit of Venus in Virgo can enhance your ability to absorb knowledge and refine your learning processes. You may find yourself more focused and disciplined in your studies, seeking out opportunities for intellectual growth. This period could be favourable for academic pursuits, research, plans or any form of learning that requires attention to detail and logical, rational thinking. So yeah, it's been a lot. So yeah, now I'm going to talk about what are the best things for students, professional entrepreneurs and lovers to do when Venus is in Virgo, and I like to look at this from every angle, so this is why I like to go in depth. So when Venus transits in Virgo, it's a good time for students, professionals, entrepreneurs and lovers to focus on enhancing their skills and relationships, being more thoughtful in their approach. So students can use this time to organise study schedules schedules and adopt disciplined study habits. Professionals can channel their attention towards refining their work processes and paying attention to, the finer details, which can bring fruitful results. Entrepreneurs may find success by scrutinizing their business operations and making necessary improvements. As for lovers, nurturing and caring for their partner with practical gestures will strengthen the bond between them. So in summary, the positives of Venus in Virgo is it brings a super sharp eye for detail and a love for everything organised, giving us the energy, the knack for analysing situations and relationships, making sure everything's just right. Plus, our practical approach can make us master problem solvers right now. On the negative end, we can have higher standards. This can lead to a sense of tenseness and conflict in relationships. So it's important to find a balance between being meticulous, careful, and being too judgmental, because Virgo can make us do that. So moving on to the esoteric and spiritual meanings of Venus in Virgo. In summary, this placement suggests that we may have a deeper desire for purity and perfection in love. We may find meaning in giving and receiving small gestures and acts of service, valuing the little things that someone truly cares, whether it be donating to charity, helping out at a shelter or stuff like that, or just making your loved ones or partner know that you care. It's about finding beauty in simplicity and being drawn to partners who embody integrity and practicality. As for the best use of Venus in Virgo, it's all about using your analytical skills and attention to detail to enhance your relationships, giving us the opportunity to perceive and understand our own and other people's needs, and being able to give others genuine support and assistance. Those around you will appreciate your practical approach. Venus transiting in Virgo can bring a sense of order and efficiency to our interactions. Remember to balance your critical tendencies with compassion and understanding, allowing room for growth and imperfection. By embracing the purity and simplicity of love, you can create meaningful connections that are rooted in integrity and authenticity. So let Venus transiting in Virgo guide you towards creating lasting bonds built on practicality and trust, and repairing relationships as well. So that was this in-depth special on all the aspects, from what it means for hookups and the practical and social impact of transiting Venus in Virgo. So look after yourself now, and see you next time.